If you have too much of something, like the value, law of supply. As supply goes up, the value goes down, whether it's price or how much you enjoy. You're starving and you eat that first donut. Oh, by gosh, that first donut sure is satisfying. And then the second donut, yeah, it's satisfying, but not as much as the first. And then by the 10th donut, you're sick of it. Like, I don't want no more donuts. I'm sick and tired of being right all the time. It brings me no excitement. It does not pain me when I'm right yet again. And it's not like you guys, it's not like this was a hard thing to predict. What I love about this, let me tell you what I love about this. You got to tell me what you love about this? Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I love about this. What I love about it, you want to see just what lying sack of shit corpos are. The nightmare that you're go get every quote. Look, there's been two, if I recall correctly, there's been two CEOs of Bumble. There was the founding gal, and then there was the new gal who's going to save the world. Blah, blah, blah. And then the founding gal came back. And I want you to read every quote they've said about Bumble in the past, 3-4 years. This amazing. All lies. All lies. Disney, you're lying. They're not like outright lying. It's the squirming corpo speak. We value our appreciate. I just want you all to know that the old people don't know what the adults do not know what they're doing. They will always, always, always lie. And I think somewhere, if we go back into the archives, you're going to see me several years ago say, liquidate the company, stop looking for financing, stop looking for loans. We have our F round of financing. Oh my God. We're saying you still haven't made a profit. Just give it up. Stop wasting everyone's time. Stop wasting the bank's money, because it ain't investors that are investing in you. And here you go. Surprise, guys. The rutabaga store that says we sell rutabagas here, but then when you go into the rutabaga store, there are no rutabagas. Surprise, it's shutting down and laying off staff. What's the point? The money could have gone. We could get out of our financial troubles if we just stop funding stupid shit and we take our resources, which is ultimately all human time, in the form of money. The money almost doesn't matter. If we just stop wasting our time on dumb shit and instead, hear me out. I know this is small. What if Disney, Hollywood in general, the video game industry, and let's just throw Bumble and the dating apps, okay? These are. It's not that they're all huge, but there's enough companies and industries. What if we took that money instead and we lent it out or invested it into a home construction company? So at the end of the year, the day, the decade, we don't have a bunch of shit, piss quality, low quality products and services nobody wanted, and a bunch of layoffs. But we have some housing that permanently improves everyone's standards of living, either through providing more affordable housing to people or lowering the price of housing for the entire market. You see why economics is important? You see why I'm pissed off where you got these lying snakes? We here at Bumble are turning it around with AI concierge. The future is bright and give us more money. How about we fire? How about you fuckers don't? It ultimately starts out with you corpos actually you investors investing and lending money to pie in the sky bullshit. It's you morons giving the Elizabeth Holmes of the world money. He goes, oh, it's new and edgy. Oh my God. I mean, it is the free market. In the free market, you guys are going to fail and you're going to lose your money. I'm fine. To me, I'm like, how much? Literally hundreds of billions every year, just wasted on dumb investments. And you guys thought that you were going to make money off of women's interest in dating. That's like a surprise. It's like making money off of women's and men's desire to lose weight. Oh, did Jenny Craig go belly up for the 15th time now or something? What else we got? What other stupid investments are we going to make? Women's interest in dating. I got an idea. Another thing, by the way, for you young people won't have to worry about this. This is more for people my age, plus or minus 10 years. Okay, for those of you who are investors, you control funds that you can either invest or lend. It's just me, but anytime you hear someone say, we're migrating to a lifestyle brand, that means we're shit out of ideas and we're fucked. And we're going to lose all the money you give us. Like Jaguar, we're switching to a lifestyle brand. There's an app. We're going to have art. They don't manufacture good cars that people want. We're moving it to a lifestyle brand. See, we have an online community and anywhere where there's a 30-something marketing expert lady, yeah, just please don't give your money to that. We're going to open it up and diversify. And it's pasty white dudes who like your product. Nobody else is going to like the products that pasty white dudes. That's fine. You can have pasty white dudes. Let's have a trans girl come in here and sell the beer. 34-year-old marketing gal. Preferably out of avoid them if they're east of the Mississippi. Please don't listen to them. Why do you money controllers? Why do you investors? Where's the savvy? Where's your discernment? Maybe we ought to give him an 8th round of financing because the first 7 rounds didn't make profit. I need to get economics Ethan in here and say, like, dude, what's with this? And then they're all proud. Maybe you guys have seen it where we've secured a Series E round of finance. Dude, you're up to 5 levels of financing. When is the profit going to come? Is that what it is for, I guess, the millennial and Gen Xer business leaders? It was all a LARP. You all want to play make-believe president and CEO and you didn't make no money. Is that what it is? You want to make believe, or it's like, holy shit, I can't believe these dipshit investors gave us the money. I'm gonna cash out. Yeah, I'm paying myself a $500,000 salary a year as CEO, and all my buddies in the C-suite, and we're all gonna end 5 years financing after the G round of financing. Oh, we didn't make it, but we saved all of our money. I'm not kidding you. Listen to me. If you can get the gray hairs to part with their money, if you could come up with some logically feasible technology or bullshit, and so we got to do some research and be serious about it. Like go and come up with a plausible theory in science. Like we could cure X. We have a PhD in whatever biochemistry. He or she thinks we could do this, and then have them come up with a report. Say we need to run some tests. So we want to set up this company and be deadly serious about it. And then you and all your buddies, you all get $500,000 a year as CFO, CEO, vice president, all that other shit. Oh, options. Oh, ground floor. Ooh, ground floor. And then every boomer dickhead will get an erection 8 feet long. Oh, ground floor. Just pay yourself a handsome salary for 5 years, and then the tests are going to show negative, and then the PhD person running the labs or whatever, yeah, it didn't work. Sorry. And meanwhile, for 5 years, you're paying yourself $500,000 a year. And these dipshit boomers, which is now mine, these dipshit gray hairs, they don't know. Technology? Preferably you get a hot blonde chick like Elizabeth Holmes to front it, so dipshit horny Gen X men maybe she touched my peen. Here, $5 billion in capital. Yes, Cappy is still sick. I don't know. Do we even have to read the article? The article is like fat influencer dies of heart attack at 33. What irks me is all the lies and the bullshit. All the lies and the bullshit that came before. Bumble says it will cut 240 jobs, or about 30% of its global workforce. Online dating platform Bumble plans to lay off 240 employees, roughly 30% of its global workforce. And the securities filing, the fact you guys went public, dude, that should show you how dumb investors are. Bumble disclosed that its board approved the cuts this week as it realigns its operating structure to optimize execution on strategic priorities. See, that's the bullshit. The Austin, Texas-based company expects to see $40 million in annual cost savings, spanning from workforce reductions. Much of it says it will invest in product and technology development. I should look up their finances. I doubt you guys are going to make it the year. These decisions were not made lightly, and we are deeply grateful for the contributions of every employee impacted, Bumble said in a statement sent to the Associated Press Wednesday. Adding, it was now focused on moving forward in a way that strengthens our core business and positions us for future growth. Just close up, guys. I'm trying to think something more antithetical to women's interest in men. I'm really trying. I'm not joking. If you found wealthy, rich, good-looking dudes, that would be a platform, because women aren't interested in the top 10% of men. This shit. How embarrassing. You so misread your audience. I think it was actually a very good idea up front where, we'll have women message men first. That way you're not bothered, right? You girls could even do that. When women don't even message men, I'm not saying it for a joke. I'm not saying it to be edgy. It wasn't my observation. It was Thinking Ape's observation. Please subscribe to his channel. He's further, like, we're on a marathon race of thoughts and ideas. He is ahead of me. He's definitely ahead of me. They don't like men that much. Is it also, hang on, I got a question. So I understand the pride and keeping up appearances, and if you could get more money, sure, like, why not? I'm sure the CFO and the executive team are highly compensated and fine. And honestly, I think it was a good shot. I think it was okay. But is it also now that you have to admit the reality that women just don't like men that much? Like, that curtain has been pulled way back, but everyone's still scrambling. No, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I'm like, dude, I don't know how much more we can make it. It's a fact. You girls just don't like men that much. And that's fine. But knock it off with the facade. Do you girls keep up the facade because you want investment from men? Is that it? Like, why? We still want, but then attachments and requirements and constant goal moving postage. See, you just don't really have to refine it and then work harder and try more. And then maybe, no, it's not working anymore. Look, guys, you can admit women just aren't that interested. The proof with online dating, it's damning. It's conclusive. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. You girls couldn't even bother to text the guy first. And I know that doesn't mean you hate men, but your business model is based on a falsehood that women are equally interested in men or somewhat interested in men. You had to change the one thing that differentiated you from all the other dating platforms, which was girls have to contact the guy first so as to avoid being bothered. And when it came time to action, your actions belied everything about you. You got this big old spotlight on this thing, and I'm like, guys, look over here. This is economic proof that women just don't like guys as much. I understand. I love about economics. It's in a occasional and different way. When something fails in an economy, it's empirical data on par with the physical sciences. That rarely happens in the social sciences. But you look at it like, no, that failed. That sometimes economics will tell you a black and white fact. Not all the times. It's usually gray or murky or multivariable. But this is one of those instances where it's like, no, Economics just proved it to you. Now, I would also say the human genome showing only 40% of men bred, whereas like 80 or 90% of women bred. I would say the rejection, I mean, all that other stuff. But here you got a company that is based on women's interest in men, and it failed. It failed. And which to me brings up the whole thing. Like, so this is just theater for you girls? Like, women founded this company, woman did. You seem to think women want to go out. It seemed to be that way in the pre-internet days. I did date. There were girls that, but it seems like it. But was it all an act? Or have we evolved in the past 25 years where the current crop of young ladies are just not that interested, or you're so afraid you can't even message a guy? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because the effective interest in men is damn near zero. You girls, how much more tailoring and accommodation do you girls need to make it safe, painless, and convenient for you to express interest in a guy? You can't even do that. And instead of arguing with women or what the hell is wrong with you, which is wrong, it's a misdiagnosis of the problem. You just got to step back and like, wait a minute. Despite everything they say, despite the premise, like all these videos and all the articles written before, all the gossip, girls like, oh my God, I think Bobby's so hot. The teen heartthrobs in the back in the day. In the end of the day, it's just an act, or it's certainly not sincere. It certainly doesn't result in real world actions, actual effective interest. So what is it? Is it an elaborate plaything, a mental plaything, something to keep you occupied? Are you bored? Well, now they put money on it. They gambled. That's what it is. We made a gamble. They made a bet. Investors made a bet. It has failed. You have failed, Your Highness. And that's why I'm saying, what you're restructuring, you're reorganizing. I don't even know if I'm going to bother looking at your financials. I just don't care. We got all we need to know. If guys, they ain't interested. They're really not that interested. And I'm all for you getting in shape and asking girls out in person, because men are interested in women. You're just interested in our body, not us. Yes, you are right. I mean, unless you actually became interesting. But yeah, this is some pretty damning evidence as to women's real interest in men. Go ahead, prove me. Those you're a doomer or incel. No, I'm an empiricist. You show me the data. You show me where women, the majority of the money that is in prostitution, goes from women to men, where women are paying men to have sex with them. Show me where that's happening. I mean, yeah, there's gigolos, but that doesn't happen as common. So I don't know. This is just, it's almost a dead horse. Almost a dead horse. This is in its death throes. I said, look at the horse that's about to die. What does it tell you about all your time and effort you're investing in trying to keep that horse alive? Yeah, the horse doesn't want to be alive. Good. Shares for Bumble soared more than 23% following the news. Wait, there's some investors out there that still thinks there's hope. Its stock traded at just $6.40 as of Wednesday afternoon. Hang on. All right, let's look at the finances. Bumble stock price. I know it was like at 70 at one time. Oh yeah, look, it was at 80 at one time. So you're off more than 90%. What's the PE ratio? Do you even have earnings? You don't have earnings. You don't even have a PE ratio. Have you ever made a profit? Has women's interest in men ever been profitable, meaning real? This has become a very big canary in the coal mine. Bumble. Let me go Yahoo. I want to thank Bumble and all you online dating people, gals especially, for going through this act. I mean, I'm going to probably make enough money on advertisements to afford myself a tank of gas today. I'm not going to go visit my nieces. But I thought you hate women. Not innocent little, they're special. They deserve. Wow, we're going to take them to the pastry shop. Going to get them cupcakes. Lots of hugs, lots of adventure coming up. Bumble financial statements. I'm going to teach them to be proper women. They're all going to major in engineering. And they're all going to fix their own cars. Okay, so trailing 12-month loss. Oh, did you have a profit in upgrade? No, I don't want to upgrade. Where's the side? Thank you. That should be on the top. EBITDA, bro. EBITDA. Normalized EBITDA. Where's net income? Net income. Oh, God. Dude, I'm not kidding. I'm looking. There are more line items of income variant profit. I just want to know what your profit is, dude. Net interest income. Net income to common shareholders. There we go. I guess I could do earnings per share. So you did have a profitable year in 2021. Oh, was that due to the disease? Was that it? Oh my God, it was due to the disease. Where you couldn't actually go out on a physical. Oh my God, that's even worse. So, not to expand this video anymore, but this is an important point to make. Many of you may remember Vlad Elkam's story of dating online during the disease with a girl who, the very, very, very short version of it was they were dating online because you couldn't go out and meet in Chicago. And when it came time to finally meet, now Chad had wasted a lot of time talking with this girl, like 8 months. When it came time to go on an actual date, she sends him like, well, I don't think we're a good match. And I'm cynical. That's how cynical I am. But this is usually why I'm right. Think about this. The only way Bumble was profitable was when women, there was no way for them to go on a physical date. And it was just to get attention online. My God. This light just keeps on getting brighter and brighter to the spotlight. Oh my God. That's the only way you guys were profitable, wasn't it? When there was no physical dates, it was just for attention. I always, okay, who doesn't like attention? And women really like attention. Sure, I admit that. I'm not, but I didn't think it was a fucking drug. So if there's a way to get attention without actually having to meet the guy, you girls are all for it. You will trade in actual physical in-person attention for digital synthetic attention any day. Wow. That's when you were profitable, is when you couldn't go on physical. Oh my God. What a world we live in, man. Men would rather have digital sex with Nebraska, and you girls would rather have digital attention than in person. Is it that bad to hang out with a guy in person? Is it that scary? What? That's hilarious. I mean, what handful of women are listening to this video? What apprehension do you girls have hanging out with a guy one-on-one? What is it? Are you intimidated? Are you shy? Are you nervous? Oh my God. Man. This is a great timeline we're in. Yeah, and Bumble. That's right. Let me take a look at your balance sheet. So you're not making money. I'm just going to assume you have negative cash flow from operations. Where'd the balance sheet go? Financials. Oh, here's the balance sheet. All right. You are, let me guess, let me guess. Your number one asset is intangibles and goodwill. Huh? I bet. You may send all get better poor babies at soconsulting.com. Total assets. Non-current assets. Oh my God. Your total assets is 2.5 billion and goodwill and other intangibles, meaning not assets, is 2.2. So you only have 300 million in assets. And what's your liabilities? Total liabilities. Current liabilities 100, and you got a billion 1.1 billion. So when it's all said and done, we remove your intangible assets. You only, and meaning anyone who's good, if you were to liquidate, they're going to sell all your assets. You need to mark to market your intangibles. I'm going to say that's a big fat goose egg. So the only real assets you got are 300 million. You owe 1.1 billion. So at the end of the day, 300 from 1.1, 800 million in debt that's never going to be paid back. So 8 point out of 1.1, we're talking people are going to get, they're going to get 20 some cents, 28, 29 cents on the dollar. I do the math right on that. Oh, and the stock price goes up, you fucking fools. Let's take a look at the cash flow. Cash flow from operations. I bet you it's negative. Unless there was some restructuring. Cash flow from really? No. How is it? Oh, that's right. Financing cash flow. Investing cash flow. Oh, so you sold, you're liquidating assets. That's not the sign of a growing company. How is your CFO positive? Now, close out all these. Yeah, okay. Keep the company going. Keep the paychecks coming in. Maybe you could find an eighth round of financing. Bumble did not immediately specify when it would implement the layoffs or which roles would be affected, but its securities finally signaled that the process would extend into later in the year, noting that it expects to incur costs related to the layoffs, including severance or impacted employees, amounting to anywhere between 13 million and 18 million, primarily in its third and fourth fiscal quarters. No, AP, I don't want to subscribe because you hate people, you hate America, you hate white people, and you hate males, and it is true. And a note to employees Wednesday, Bumble CEO and founder Whitney Wolfe Herd wrote that Bumble, okay, you got here we go. You ready? You ready for the corpo speak? Bumble CEO wrote that Bumble, like the other online dating industry itself, is at an inflection point. I'd say she know that the company has been rebuilding in recent months, which requires hard decisions. Wolfe Herd, hyphenated name, founded Bumble in 2014, just 2 years after co-founding Tinder in 2012. She had previously served as Bumble CEO from 2020 through January of 2024 and stepped back into the top seat in March. What happened to the other gal? Bumble has struggled on the market since going public in 2021. While shares popped up on Wednesday, its stock is down more than 35% over the last year, nearly 92% since its February 2021 debut. In its most recent first quarter earnings, Bumble reported a total revenue of about 247 million. Guys, okay. Now, I did not look at the 10K and go into details, but I got to imagine, well, can we look it up? What percent of that 240 million revenue in first quarter earnings is you boys? Like, girls, you don't pay for it, right? When do you girls pay for anything on dating apps? Hang on, let me look it up. Maybe we got it. What percent of Bumble's revenue is from men. We're going to press D for doubt with the AI results here. Difficult to pinpoint the exact revenue percentage. It is generally understood that men contribute the majority of the app's revenue. It has a higher ratio of women to men using the app compared to other dating platforms. It's probably still more men. Okay, it's generally clear the ratio of men to women on dating apps, including Bumble, is generally higher for men. So even though it's ostensibly for women, there are still more men on it. Guys, right there, the fact there's more men on dating apps than women, it tells you there's the math. How much more math do you need? Guys, for those of you who are spending $250 million a quarter on Bumble, please just stop. Unless you're like the really good looking guy and you got your little harem. Okay, and there are those guys out there. For the rest of you, please stop. I think it was even seeking, which you would in the day regularly get something. I wonder what it was. What sells? Cuddling sells. Yeah, cuddling. Ray was on Seeking, and I think he spent $600 over the course of a couple of years for it, and nothing. Guys, just these dating apps should be gone. I don't even know who's spending the money. Who are you guys? Did you get dates? And I understand if there's enough of you out there. Oh, yeah, actually, I'm really good looking. I get all the dates. Guys, go ask girls out in person. That's it. There's the cute girl. Say, you single? Well, you want to get coffee sometime? Have your number written down. I know you guys don't like long jibber-jabbery sessions and like, hey, give me a text something. I'll take you out for dinner or something. And boom, then you're done. You're done. Right? Here's my number. Text me sometime. Don't call. I don't pick up phone numbers I don't recognize, but text me. There it is. Saved you a lot of time, money, and effort. This unnecessary pissing away of time. I remember at the peak, I think all of you, both men and women, were wasting 90 minutes a day on dating apps. No. You call them attention apps. That's what you should call them, right? You can't have a rutabaga store if you ain't selling rutabaga. You can't have a dating app if there ain't no dates. But it's not a dating app, is it? It's an attention app. That's what I think I figured it out. It's an attention app. But guys are getting wise, not wise quickly enough. I'd love to see the data on the percentage of men who are like tens, like where, yeah, it actually pays you to do this. It ain't no $250 million a quarter. Down nearly 8% from the same period a year ago. Guys, please drop out of these dating apps. Take your money and go pay a phone bill. Take your money and go buy some tools. Take your money and go fix your car. I mean, literally. And your time, that's the thing, guys. It's your time. This is a dating app where girls had to contact you first, right? Do you need how much more proof do you need? I'm sorry, and this will be the end of the human race. Ladies in America or the West, at least, fine, we got it. You're not that interested. Let us know when you are. You know that's never going to happen. But guys, you don't have time for this shit. You do not have time for this shit. Build your house. Learn some skills. Become an accountant. Become a train conductor. Go to the gym. Go for a hike. Spend time with your nieces and your nephews. I'll tell you the art of uncling. Let me tell you about the sham. Okay? This is for you. Cappy, how do I be the world's greatest uncle? Well, you can't be because I'm the world's greatest uncle. I'll tell you how you be the world. You could be second best. It's all a sham. Sugar, hugs, adventure, and money. That's how you get them. I also found out little kids love $20 bills. You just open up that wall and they get all excited. It's like, this is so worth it. Who's the best? My dad's like, you just bribe them. I'm like, yes, I do. The company said Wednesday expects to rake in between $244 million, $249 million for the second quarter. That's up from previous estimates, but still lower than the $269 million it reported in its second quarter of 2024. Written by Wyatt Grantham Phillips. Oh my God, you got the hyphenated name too. How many? Ooh, she's got 1,000. Her AP writer, 1,000 followers. You're on the AP lady. Her. Oh my God. Do you guys see the bullshit? You see it, right? I know. I'm trying to. How many lumens does this light have to be for you to see this? For you to make changes in your life for there's ladies, and you let us know when you're ready. You let the common men know. I know you let the hot men know, but let us know when I understand you girls gotta be attracted. You let the 6s, 7s, and 8s know when you're ready. Let's go to the super chats. Dre. $2. Typical Cappy. Happy about other shorts companies. Just kidding. No, I'm happy when stupid and or evil fails. And I don't necessarily think it was evil when they founded this company. Because you got to admit, that's a pretty good idea. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. But going on beyond, like, I wonder how much of them just don't want to admit the girls aren't that. Like, they realize, like, wow, women really don't care to date. They really don't. And we bet however much they invested a couple billion on it. So I'm not happy about it. I'd like men and women to get together. I'd like women to be happy. I'd like men to be happy. Women are absolutely thoroughly convinced that their happiness lays in slaving away for 55, 60 hours a week and paying 40% in taxes and going into debt. But I can't beat that marketing job. They convinced you that happiness was going into debt, being in school until you're 30, and then paying taxes and commuting and being stuck in an office. They've convinced you that's what happiness is. I can't beat that. There's nothing that could come out of my mouth right now that would convince you that there's a bet, because you are so far fucking gone. Stuart Barton, 5 Australian. Bumble lays off some worker bees. Slay queen. Let's see how long her colony lasts. Your next book on an all-female bee colony versus an all-male colony. I already wrote the book. By the way, link below is my book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI and the Pursuit of Women. Please go read it. It's mathematical measurements and statistics that it's not biased. It really isn't. And I've laid down the challenge to anyone else to come up with different data, which I'm tremendously interested in. But y'all better, here's what I scare people from the other side. I didn't have a narrative or an agenda. I just went out and looked up the data. Right? I tried to find the best data I could. A lot of it, the data doesn't exist. You had to use proxy data, but I will stand by it. The Book of Numbers is, to this date, the best statistical analysis on women's interest in men and conversely, men's interest in women. I think you should all look at it, especially you men, before you think about spending all your youth chasing girls. And ladies, if you'd like to read it to say, oh, wait, I could do these handful of things and increase my chances to get the super chat. I mean, it's co-ed. It's not written for one person or the other. Women just don't like facts or statistics. And like, yeah. I'm like, well, okay, fine. I don't go. And then that A World Without Men, an analysis of an all-female economy, also math and statistics from the Department of Labor. I didn't come up with the stats. If you got a problem, go talk with the Biden administration. That's the data. I think the data was measured under the Biden administration. Dre, $2 Gen Z, man. What is this dating you speak of? Yeah, I will, to be fair, you boys should ask out girls anyway. And for not necessarily a reason you might think. But it's good to get rejected. It's good to be able to do some kind of sales, like an elevator pitch. Not that I'm recommending you do that, but your chances are highest asking out a girl in person. The real quick strike, like here, let's say you're at the grocery store, right? Because I was young once and I had to face this. you don't want to ask the girl, like you walk in and you see the girl, right? Give up your shopping at that moment in time because you don't want to ask her out and then you keep bumping into her as you're going through the aisles. That'd be awkward. What you do is you grab a piece of paper, of course, shows you how old I am. You go up to the girl, hey, are you single? And if she says, well, it doesn't matter what she says, yes or no, but if she says no, or yes, I am single, you're cute. Here's my number. I'm on my way out. Even if you weren't on your way out, I'm on my way out. Give me a text sometime. Maybe we'll go get coffee. And that's it. There you go. And then do your shopping later. Go to a different grocery store. But the main reason for that, even in good times, the majority of time, it won't end up in a date. But it's good to talk to someone in public. It's good to quickly promote yourself and it's good to get rejected. It's good to build up a resistance to rejection because you're going to get rejected most of your life. Doge, 20 generous dollars. Thank you very much. We got practically out a full tank of gas right now. The main reason why dating won't get better is because you can't force women to sleep or be with men they don't want to, and they simply have too much choice. Dating is done. I agree. And I think that's part of it. You hit it on there, Doge, where they have so much choice, they do actually suffer from a paralysis analysis. So maybe they are interested in guys, but they have so much attention, or they don't know that they just pass on the vast majority. To me, it's helpful to get to the philosophical epiphany. It doesn't matter what the underlying mechanics of their action and choice are. All that matters in the real world is what is their choice. Well, the choice is they're not dating. So you can say, well, you don't understand. Women are this and if I'm like, no, that could all be true. But at the end of the day, you're still not, like I go to the ice cream store. Can I get an ice cream? No, our ice cream thing isn't broken. Our supplier, we've had issues all day. I don't care. At the end of the day, however it is that this company doesn't sell ice cream right now, whether it's the machine being broken or they didn't deliver the ice cream, I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't have the ice cream. So that may be academically interesting why there is no ice cream, but at the end of the day, there is no ice cream. So we're gonna have to go. Not an opinion, it's a fact. Accept and adapt. Yes. It's not, I don't want to say it's done. It's done online. I would say it's crippled in the real world. You're here. If you see a cute girl, go ask her out. That's all you have to do. But I would expect absolutely nothing. And here's what would be funny, right? The excuse or the defense people give, well, online is different than the real world. Okay, guys, you want to conduct an experiment, and you only have to conduct an experiment in your world. Go ask out a bunch of girls in person. You girls keep wanting us to basically, I was going to say throw ourselves on the beaches of Omaha. You keep wanting us to sacrifice our time at the altar of attention. That's basically what it is. Maybe some money too. And the online dating is becoming conclusive that one, at least online dating is not worth any man's time because it doesn't work, doesn't result in dates. You girls come up with oh, wait, we're about to lose our attention. Well, that's online. You got to do it in person. All right, guys, 2025. We don't even have to do a full year. Half a year, right? Half a year. 2025 is the half a year of men asking girls out in person. Now, I think you'll have slightly more success in person than you will online dating. But we can prove this real quick. Guys, go ask out 10 girls in public, right? Let's do that. This is the year you ask out 10 girls in public. Just see a cute girl, go ask her out. Let me know how many of them result in dates. We'll find out in the real world whether you girls actually like, hey, guys, it's just been a big secret. Women secretly want to date you. It's just not online because reasons. Yeah, see, if you guys just did this one more thing, that would unlock it. It's like, okay, all right. Online is a fake world. All right, then we'll ask you out in person. Let me know how that goes. I already, again, my buddy, I got 2 data points already. My buddy came to visit before I left South Dakota. And what was it? It was Friday. He was supposed to go on a date with a girl 5 days previous on a Sunday, and she just texted him then. He's like, oh, I got a text from this girl I was supposed to go out with on Sunday. And I was thinking he was talking about 2 days in the future. I say, oh, you got a date? I mean, like, I can be scarce or whatever. He's like, no. I mean, we're supposed to go out 5 days ago. I'm like, what? She's just texting you now? And then he had a girl that invited him to an event, and she stood him up while he was in Rapid City. And this guy's a good-looking guy, and he's a multi-millionaire. That was in person. I mean, he is. He's a real good-looking guy. He's tall. He's not super tall, but he's tall enough. He's 6 feet. And I hate to be so cynical or pessimistic like you. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. Accept and adapt. I think you're going to find that. I think girls at any point in time, you could start saying yes. And not only can you say yes, you could start showing up to the dates too. We already have enough empirical evidence. Men know what we've precisely measured and gauged your interest in men. It's very low, and it's reserved for some exceptionally few quality men. We get that. But can you knock it off with the horse and pony show? I guess that's the main thing. Can we just dispense with the unnecessary ceremony of online dating? Can you just get rid of that? Oh no, we totally like you. No, come on, give it up. And certainly don't ask investors to give you money for this shit. Dre, you're up, it seems. I got $2. Men are always the last to know. Coach Greg Adams. Dre, again, $2. Dating has always been monetized. Coach, yes, it has always been transactional. That good economic lesson here. All relationships are transactional, including your friends, because you're transacting time, which is an incredible compliment when you think about friends. Like, I want to spend part of my finite life with you, and I don't require compensation except for the time that you would be spending with me. That's why friends are awesome. Although nieces, you got to bribe them. They'll spend time with me, but they really like spending time with me if you feed them full of like cakes and donuts. Anyway, but yeah, with you, girl, look, the fact here's my time and here's your time. So we would mutually benefit from each other's presence. We actually like each other. But no, you girls require, well, I like tradition and you should kind of pay for the date and like, no. Okay, so you don't want to hang out with me, and I got to compensate you for that. I want to, and then, divorce is a whole other, I want to be financially compensated for my time. Well, what, my time wasn't valuable? It's always about the money. It's so sad. At any point in time, you girls can say, no, let's hang out. I'll come over and cook for you. What, really? Jeremy Rivera, $5. Bumble is a humiliation ritual. Dude, you know what? I've heard this concept recently, and you're right. I look back at some of the dumb shit I did to try and get girls, and yes, it is a courtship ritual. A friend of mine and I were watching like this National Geographic special. It was voiced by Tom Hanks. And it's all about different animals on the different continents. And dude, all the male animals do some stupid ass dance. And I'm looking at them like, oh my God, that was me. Right? You do this stupid ass dance and you try like, no, no. I don't care how much it's genetics or history or biology. I'm not doing the dance again. It's not going to happen. When I got matches, I was messaging an AI prompt or getting dry conversation that led to nothing, never again. Right. Ray. So this he's more on the front lines than I am. $2. Need proof. Women don't like men. Look at my life. Well, yeah, that's That's a data point. Tim Longley, 10 Australian. Sweet hoodie, Cappy. Thank you. Also, you've gone over it ad nauseum, but a big chunk of the inflation comes from the globalization of the dating market between you and old man Rolo. Like you said, dead horse. Yeah, I if there's one thing, and I've had to point it out to a couple of younger guys, guys, you're not the only human in this formula. If you're the only human in the formula and everything else was the natural world, then yes, you were 100% responsible. There's another human involved, and that's called the girl, and they're responsible for 50%. What really will help you young men entering the dating market, is to realize when it's her responsibility and to be perfectly okay if she does not act on it, right? I talked about in a previous video, it's a game of tennis. You hit the ball over. If the other person is looking at their phone or refuses to swing at the ball or just isn't there, the game is over. Because all you guys are like, well, how did I text her? What did I do wrong? Could I have done this? Well, should I have? No. You hit the ball over. She's either hitting it back or not. And that's what you got to realize. This is not a one-person game. It's two people, and the other person's got to be willing to play. And if they're not willing to play, go home. Stop wasting your time. The trick is not to get initially excited or hopeful about it until you find out that person likes you too. Like, because I know, I was young and stupid at one time. Like, oh my God, I really like this girl. Do you really? You just want to get laid, man. That's what it was. And then you hit the ball over, like, okay, hit it back. And she just drops the tennis racket and walks off the course. What did I do? What? Here. Oh, you didn't hit? Okay, bye. Don't even get invested in it. She didn't hit the ball back. Like, yeah, she didn't hit the ball back. How was your tennis game? It was boring. She didn't hit the ball back. So I left. You mean you didn't sit there begging and pleading for her to hit the ball back? Remember one time, it was a dance field trip. I show up and there were like 3 dudes in my class, and I ended up talking to them. And I'm like, yeah, we're waiting for his female friend. They're supposed to have dinner earlier today or this evening. I said, oh yeah, where? Like here. And I guess they had been waiting an hour and 45 minutes for this girl to show up. I'm like, what? What? And then she showed up later, and then he's like all over. I'm like, dude, even I knew back then, like, don't, what? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Stuart Barton, 5 Australian. Women are, I can't read this stuff because also I don't necessarily agree. No, they're not weak or cowardly or lazy. They're not interested. There's a difference, right? You've had the girl that really liked you. It was fine. It worked. I don't believe in though. I didn't know. See, you just didn't unlock my heart with this special little code. I don't know. I actually disagree. I think they know exactly what they're doing. Can't change a tire. Well, some of that's true. Can't ask a man out. That's true. Romantic gestures involving anything that lightens her workload. Think about it. I don't, but that doesn't mean they're weak, cowardly, or lazy. That just means they're not interested. Now, I can understand if a girl can't change a tire because tires are heavy. I'm sure they could in an emergency, but it's going to be awfully difficult. But yes, women are not. I didn't know. Really, come on. I'll see you at Thursday at 4 p.m. at the coffee store. I didn't know. Oops. Oh my, OMG! I totally forgot. No, they didn't forget. They know. If they could show up to work on time, right? They know when their classes start. I bet you if they got a court date, they show up. But they know. They just, for whatever reason, they were interested and they said yes. And then when it came time to show up, they didn't want to. So I don't believe in the feigned stupidity or incompetence. Major Minor, $5 Cappy. I'm good with women. You inject interest into a woman and she responds proportionately. Assuming you are attractive, women don't start things. Yeah, no, and I'm okay with that, right? if they're not attracted to you, they're not attracted to you. You can't force that. So step 1 is to get into shape. Step 2 is to ask a lot of girls out. Step 2.5 is to expect nothing. And then step 3 is not pull teeth. Like, okay, now it's your turn. Okay, you texted back 3 days after we were supposed to have the date. No, man. No. Dre, $2 Cappy, but didn't Amazon take 10 years to profit? Yeah, and if I'll be perfectly honest, I thought it took more than that. I think it was like 15 or 20. Yeah, if I was a financier, I'd be like, no, we're not investing in it. We're just not. Unless they came in with some compelling evidence saying, look, we've done the math and this is how long it's going to take. I'd say, yeah, we're not long-term investment horizon investors like that. So, find someone else. Dre, $2. How much for Cappy to make a seeking account? Oh my God. No, it's not. It isn't like it was in the day. It's just based on, I've had several friends who use Seeking for its original intended purpose back in the day, and they had some luck with it. More modernly, it's a lifestyle app where you just give women attention. And then what I gotta, you still have to pay in the end. And I'm gonna have a girl like show up at my house with my girlfriend there, unless she was into it, This is a little short-term thinking there, Dre. Like, okay, and then Dre, $2. Men are a job to women, except that men. Every relationship takes effort because it takes your time. But men usually will show up on time and not waste your time. Although there are those guys too, like, hey, let's go. I'll meet you at the bowling alley at 5. You always got that late buddy. For your information, Bob, $5. True story. Went on a dating website, had an emotional engagement with a female. The next day said, I'm closing my account and good luck on your search. So she said that, or you said that? Because I don't think you would do that to a girl. Clue Studio, $5. Only dudes or romantic date chicks pay for dating apps. Romantic day chicks? What is that, like soccer moms staying at home who are bored? For your information, Bob, $5. Female validation attention is what most dating sites are. I agree, because that's what they've ended up becoming. There are very few dates. We're talking single digits out of 10,000 swipes. If you look at those Tinder analytics and you look at it, it's obvious that their behavior tells you they're not interested. If they were interested in dating, girls could have a date every day. Guys could have a date every day. You girls just aren't that interested in dating. I know online dating is a cancer upon society, but at least it bore out through numbers and data measuring women's interest or lack of interest in men. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle. There really isn't. I mean, we could talk about how mouthy, purposely obtuse and confrontational and provocative women on TikTok are making purposely agitating and overly negative videos, right? Or the Bonnie Blues of the world. But when you go online, and I think the data, actual empirical failure, we're like, dude, this machine works 1 out of every 10,000 polls. I mean, no joke, you got a better shot. I don't even know if there's a Vegas. There must be, but I'm hard pressed to think of a Vegas gambling game, whether it's slot machines or craps or whatever, where you got a 1 in 10,000 chance winning. I mean, I know if the purse is $1 million, obviously it's lower chances, but roulette, 1 in 36, blackjack, 48% chance of winning if you play it right. Yeah, and after a while, you're like, 1 in every 10,000. People don't have time for that. Dre, $2. Everything is a subscription, even relationships. Yep. Meat stick murderer. Anything prioritizing women automatically turns stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm too optimistic or empirically hopeful, but you can make women a priority. It's just you don't make that much of an investment in it, right? I don't see why it has to be mutually exclusive. where a simple tactic, I mean, you can even see here, guys, try this. Go grab a bunch of pieces of paper, cut them up, write your name and number down, right? Don't print it off because it'll look like you printed it off. And if you see a cute girl in person, this is the easiest way to streamline it. Like, hey, you single? Oh, yeah, give me a text sometime. I'd like to take you to coffee, perhaps. That is a easy, simple, reality-based way to approach women. It's in person. It's quick. It's polite. It doesn't cost you anything. And I think it adheres to the real world the most. But that isn't going to require whatever, a $30 a month subscription and all your time wasting. Dude, the texting, that alone, here's my number. Text me if you want to go grab coffee sometime. That the amount of time you waste texting women who ultimately aren't interested. Oh, the number of times I'd have some kind of email exchange with a girl that was interested, only to, like, when it came time to meet up, my girlfriend, da da da. Like, really? At this age? At this time? Really? That's where you lose your time. You literally could have been doing something else. Yeah, man. Hey, Cheech and Chong, Fresh and Fit. They're right. Your goal is to get her off that phone as quickly as possible. You do not have time to waste, texting some girl, getting your hope up. And so I still think you men should be asking girls out, but not in the way they want you to. Like, here it is. Like, it costs you nothing. Okay, maybe it's 30 minutes. You got to go back to a different grocery store or whatever. Jerry Lewis, $2. Startup founders and journals are mostly Nepo babies. Yeah, I guess the gal won a discrimination suit against Tinder. Off the deep end, $5. I'm at the point of fuck the world. I have done just about everything right as far as work ethic and personal responsibility and still lost. Yeah, that's because you were lied to about what to do. I mean, that's why the red pill exists. I don't just mean in a dating sense. But in a career and everything else sense. You were basically told to be a good, obedient slave. Work hard, pay your taxes, vote Democrat, give money to parasites, help out women, help out their children from other men. You're a bad person if you do. I mean, think about like when you're all younger, like you were literally considered a bad, like there was good and evil. Republicans are evil, Democrats are good. Well, you think that's true? You don't think that was done by design? And vote to increase your taxes. That's what it is. And that's the good thing. Good people vote to enslave themselves to the government. Oh, and you can follow your heart and money will follow. Just sign on the dotted line promising to pay our professors $120,000 a year. Or, I'm sorry, $120,000 over 4 years for your college degree. Oh, yeah, you'll get a job. No, from the day you were born, it was a hoodwink. That's why we have these alternative channels. That's why we say quite literally the opposite of what the sanitized, polished mainstream media says. That's why I say, no, you can't follow your heart and money will follow. No guy's going to find you attractive if you're fat. I'm not saying these things because I hate the people I'm telling them. I'm telling because I care about what, I guess, like, I'm not like, oh my God, I so much care about the world. But it's like, I'd like you not to be poor. No, you're not poor because you were born black. You were poor because your parents were poor. That's one of the main determining factors. You had more kids than you could afford, and you majored in dumb shit. That's why you're poor. Your skin color has nothing to do with it. But if you keep thinking it's your skin color, you're never going to get out of poverty. Same thing with you women. You want to close the wage gap? Okay, stop majoring in dumb shit. It's not because you got a hole between your legs. You make bad choices. Okay, fine, make you 77 cents on the dollar. I don't care anymore. Dre, $2. Women misrejecting men in public. Well, see, and that's where you get that quick in and out airstrike, right? Here's my number. First, you ask, "Are you single?" There's her option to reject you. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, never mind. And then just walk away. Then you can continue shopping. And there's your rejection. It's polite and it's not anything. You're not wasting hours texting her only for her to not show up. And then you got the number like, yeah, I'm on my way out. Let me know, blah, blah, blah. That's it. There's not time for them to suck your time away. It's a 5-second conversation? Hey, I'm on my way out. That's the key part. You single? You're cute. Oh, no, I'm not. Here, don't even ask. Don't even ask. Here's my number. Text me sometime if you want to go get a drink. My name's Aaron, by the way. My name's Dre, by the way. My name's, what? Oh, shit. Why can't Sam Whiskey? My name's Sam Whiskey or Ace Montana. Howdy, little lady. Get your cowboy hat. All right. Link below the book numbers analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. Also, link below is a link to olderbrother.com/donate, which at that site you will find 3 little thumbnails. The bottom one is the Amazon one. That is my Amazon affiliate program, where if you click on that link and you do your shopping, I get a 5% commission and cut on everything you buy. You do not pay anything extra. It is an inconvenience. It's a way to help out the old Capmeister. It's also a way, because YouTube is fucking with the algorithm. I don't know if you saw Jeremy from the Quarterings recent video, but I mean, YouTube's always messing with the algorithm, and you can't rely on YouTube. So what I'm trying to do is get as many of you, while I have you as an audience, to get into the habit of doing all your Amazon shopping there. If you were to do that and do all your Amazon shopping through that link for the rest of our days, that should bring in another significant amount of income that would diversify out of YouTube in the inevitable day that Amazon's even cutting the commission. You used to get 60%. Now it's down to 50%. It's like, okay, fine. It's all going to end. So I'm trying to diversify out of that. If you would like to help out Cappy without costing you anything more, except for the mere inconvenience of, yes, going online on the computer, not your app, clicking on that banner and doing your shopping, that will work. And that's the procedure you follow. olderbrother.com/donate. Click on the banner. From there on out, it doesn't matter if you do your shopping, then log in, or log in and then do your shopping. Amazon knows you came from my place. I get a 5% commission cut. You don't pay anything extra. The only problem is, although I might be fixing it today because my buddy's an IT genius, is that my that olderbrother.com/donate doesn't have its security certificate. So when you log in, if you're using Chrome or something like this, it's not secure. It's secure. There's no fucking spam or malware on it. Just go anyway. I should be having that done. And that is a tremendous help to me and my channel, or me in general, if you could do that. And it costs you nothing. That's the part I like the most. I like that part. Get into the habit of doing all your Amazon shopping until you're dead, or they cancel the program. And I've done the numbers, and you can actually, look, there's 416 of you. That'd be like 100,000 a year, assuming I did the numbers. Like if you spend 5,000 a year on it, which is about right, and I get 5% cut out of 400 people. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm upper and middle income now, baby. What would you do with the money? Retire? I don't I need another truck. I'm not gonna get a fancy truck. Found a couple trucks under $10,000. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.